Good morning, everyone. So, just as promised, I am here to give you the details of how much I weighed yesterday. I just want to first and foremost thank you all for giving your input, and I will tell you that I don't think anyone was really that close to my actual weight. So before I reveal what my weight was yesterday morning, I really want to share with you a little bit of background of how have I gotten to this point where I can post a picture of me showing my belly and my stretch marks and, all those imperfections where we struggle with. How can I share a photo of myself like that on social media where the world can judge and critique me? Well, it all started, about 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, where I would never have done that. I did not have the confidence. I was very insecure with my body. I didn't like the way I looked. More importantly, I didn't like the way I felt about myself. Just that struggle, constant struggle of knowing that you should feel better, but you didn't. And that kind of fed into more guilt in this cycle of like, well, I need to, I should be feeling happy. I have all these things in my life, but I was really lacking, and I was lacking from internally me. It was nothing that someone else could do. It was within me. So, what really has brought me to this is, being able to do workouts at home, being able to, get it done in 30 minutes with a busy schedule, with kids. But what I love is that I've learned how to treat my body right. I used to be one of those people that was like a chronic dieter. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're like, I don't even remember how many times I've tried to diet, but it is an insane number. I've tried pretty much everything out there. Some pretty crazy things, some unsafe things that I don't even want to go into, but maybe you're like, well, what's the secret sauce? What's the key? And I will tell you, there is no secret pill or shake or wrap or whatever it is that people are trying to tell you. It has to come from within. And let me tell you what has gotten me to where I am. It's just a few simple steps, showing up for myself daily. And that means not only in my workouts, but also in my food that I eat, showing up and treating myself like I love myself, feeding myself the foods that I want someone who you would give someone you love, right? You wouldn't give someone you love like food that you knew was going to cause, depression in them or give them cancer or make them sick, right? Hi, Maddie. Yeah, so I just was like, I needed to make a change, and I needed to show up for myself. I needed to treat myself right. Even if I wasn't at that spot where I had the confidence to post things on social media, where I didn't have the confidence to, wear my hair a certain way or wear a certain style clothes because I was so self-conscious, okay? And over time, it has little changes every day are what's going to get you there. That is what I can promise you. If you show up for yourself every day, maybe it's only 10 minutes that you can get in, maybe it's 30 minutes, maybe it's an hour, I promise you, you will see these life changes over time. It's going to build on each other. This, whether it's your workouts, your self-talk, I totally wholeheartedly believe in like positive affirmations. We really listen to what we say to ourselves internally, right? The things that you say to yourself as a mom or a busy wife or a busy, working woman, would you say that to your spouse? Would you say that to your kids? Most likely not, right? And if anybody heard what went on inside of here, we would be like, oh my goodness, crushed. But why do we say that to ourselves? So things that I would do is, say to myself, well, I am beautiful. Repeat those things. I am confident. I am a good mother. All these things, they are going to make a difference, I promise you. But what has really kept me on this journey is being able to inspire other people. It's so easy behind closed doors to quit this journey, to quit, improving our life, to quit, showing up for ourselves. But being, inspiring others and helping others on their journey has really allowed me to, stay true to myself. Because I will be honest, there are days that I've wanted to throw in the towel. There are days that I sneak chocolate chips out of the pantry. There are days that I don't feel like working out. Like this morning was a struggle. I hit snooze 2 times, we don't always feel like, oh, this is so exciting and we always want to do this. That's life. We're human, right? But having this community that you're inspiring, that is following you, that is counting on you, makes you want to be better. Just like as a mom, if you have those kids depending on you, it makes you want to improve yourself, right? You want your kids to be able to have great memories of being with their mom. And really that is why I started this journey. Being someone who, hi Maria, who, I had my children at an older age. I'll be 40 this year, and our youngest is 2.5. And being able to have those memories with them of being active, not being depressed, not just sitting on the couch, not just, wishing the day away so that I could go to bed. That is kind of where I was when I was in my 30s. And so making these changes has really helped me not only to build that confidence in myself, but to inspire other women, to inspire other mothers who are struggling with the same thing, or busy women who don't know how to get started, but also inspiring my children. As a kid, I remember always hearing my mom say that she was fat, she was overweight, and as a kid, I started to think those same things myself. And I was always someone who had, a higher body weight than other people in my class. And, when I started to think, well, I need to diet, I would, take laxatives, I would hide them from my parents, and I was just a mess. This all started when I was probably about 12, 13 years old. And like I said, I'm going to be 40 now, so it has taken a long time to overcome these struggles. But I want you to know that it is possible. Don't feel like just because you've always eaten, a terrible diet that you're always going to be that way. Don't feel that because you've always hated exercise that you're never going to be someone who can, start a routine. Maybe you're someone who has zero confidence and you do not want to go out of the house. Sorry, there's a helicopter going over. Maybe you're someone who is like me, and I honestly would make up excuses to not go grocery shopping, to not go to church, to not go out of the house because I didn't have clothes that fit me. And what I I wanted to completely cover up all the time. What I mean is sweaters, big baggy sweaters in the summer, so people couldn't see my arms. Baggy jeans, a lot of times I would wear stretchy waist pants, or I call them yoga skirts. They're like those. They look like, the cotton skirts with the elastic waist. They're like yoga pants, but it's a skirt, right? So you feel dressed up. Those are the things that I would gravitate towards. And I would wear maternity clothes forever. After the baby was born, before I was even pregnant with Trinity, I wore maternity clothes because I had nothing that fit. I was really, really struggling. But like I said, I started this whole journey about 2.5 years ago after Titus was born. He was just 6 weeks old. I just got the, go ahead to start working out. And before he was born, when I was pregnant with him, I was on bed rest for 5 months. So just think, I ate burritos that could be warmed up in the microwave. I ate anything from Costco in the freezer section that you could microwave, pretty much. Chocolate. I did nothing. I literally did nothing all day long. I crocheted. Helped the kids with school, but they would bring their books to me. The kids would help feed me. And that was, life for 5 months for me. While I was growing a baby, my blood pressure was high, so that is why I had to do that. I had preeclampsia. But before that, before I ever had kids, I was an active person. I loved running. I loved all these things. But once I became a mom, I really got lost. I didn't know how to fit in that lifestyle of exercise and eating well and going to the gym, because I was a gym rat. I would spend 2 hours at the gym, and I was I would get a high off of it. I honestly did. That was my happy place. And once I became a mom, as you know, I became a mom with 2 at one time. I had twins. My first pregnancy was twins. So it was a bit chaotic. And I was like, how am I going to balance this? How am I going to, hi, Mariam, how am I going to fit all this in, wear all these hats? And you know what? I crashed and I didn't know what to do. So I started turning to food. I started, just binge watching TV instead of doing activities. You see all these moms that would go on stroller walks with their kids, and I just couldn't do that. I was stuck, and I watched Law and Order reruns over and over and over. And as that progressed, I found out I had thyroid condition, and of course, then I just fell in this pit, and I was like, oh, threw my hands up, I can't do this. I can't do this because I have this condition. I can't do this because of my back. I can't do this because I have kids. I was just making up these big fat excuses. That's really what those are, people, is that they're excuses, right? So let me tell you, we only have one life to live. And that is really, I came to this realization after Titus was born. Is like, okay, he is our last baby. And I needed to make a change. I don't want to be another statistic where I'm leaving my young children without a mother because I have a heart attack, or I have cancer, or something that I could do to prevent from my lifestyle changes, right? We all have the power to control ourselves and to change from within, but it has to come within you. And sometimes we need that little nudge from someone to reach out their hand and say, you know what, I'm here to help you. And that is what I do, as a coach, is help people to, get started on this journey. And I'm so passionate about it. And, I love what I do because I get to be at home with my kids, homeschool them, but yet I still get to touch your lives and help you to get started on this journey and to stay committed to and true to yourself through social media. Some of you are, in Canada, the UK, and I don't know where all of you are. Comment, but let me know where you guys are from. I just love connecting. Like, I'm here in Colorado is where I am. But getting to know different people, different walks of life all across the world is super amazing to me. It's such a blessing to do what I do. And so as it comes back to this scale, I was someone who really, my self-worth depended on that number on the scale, or the number in my pants, or, the number, of your bra size, or things like that. Why do we do that, ladies? Why do we do that to ourselves? So I honestly, I knew in my mind that, you shouldn't weigh yourself every day. You shouldn't weigh yourself every day. Like, I've gone to, like I said, several different types of weight loss things, a weight loss clinic, all these different things. And I even have a background in personal training. I was a personal trainer. That's what I went to college for. I know better, right? But we get those demons inside and we want to see some changes. Have you ever, let me know below, have you ever done this where you're like, I'm starting this new routine and I'm going, I'm eating lettuce all day and I had my, I had my egg whites for breakfast and my fruit salad, and then you have an awesome dinner. And so you're super excited. You're like, I know I lost 5 pounds today. I know it. So the next day you step on the scale and you're like up 2 pounds and you're like, what the heck? What the heck? And it makes you want to just quit, right? You're like, why am I, depriving myself of brownies? Why am I not letting myself have cake? Why am I not doing all these things if I gain 2 pounds in a day? Well, ladies, I have a little tip for you. You most likely did not gain 2 pounds of body weight in that day. Most likely it's water weight. But here's the deal. That number on that scale can play tricks in our mind. It can mess with you so bad, right? It is like, like sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That number on the scale can hurt you, right? It can really mess with us. I see some people from the UK, Wisconsin. Good morning. So what I had to do for a long time is actually take the scale out. I was addicted to that, to weighing myself every morning. And I was one of those people, you make sure you pee, take everything off. So you don't want any little earring or anything to weigh you down, right? Maybe you've done the same thing. Good morning in Missouri. And so I had to take the scale out of my bathroom. And I had to start, valuing and seeing my progress based on how I felt. Okay, now this is something that so many people struggle with because they don't really know how they feel. Maybe you are like, I just want to lose weight. But why do you want to lose weight? Why is that important to you? How do you want to feel? When you look in the mirror in the morning, how do you want to feel? When you see a reflection, when you're in a store, when you look at that person, how do you want to feel? Do you want to be like, I want to know that person. She looks amazing. She has that confidence. She is just, looks like she is just bubbling from the inside out. Or, maybe right now you're struggling and you do not want to get out of bed. Maybe you're like I was, 2 years ago. I just wanted to sleep the day away, pull the covers over my head, try to tune out the kids because I was so unhappy. And that unhappiness, unfortunately, bled over into how I treated my family. And so I knew I had to make a change, not just in my weight, but I had to make a change in how I felt about myself. Okay? And here's another little tip. As moms, we are a mirror to our children. Okay? So how we think and feel about ourselves, that is going to reflect onto our children. It's going to teach them how they should think about themselves, how they should view themselves. And I don't know about you, but I don't want my children to grow up feeling like they are inadequate or have them feel like, they are less of a person because of the way they look or because, someone said they need to change this or that about them. I want them to be confident because of who they are and have them, shine to the world. So I had to, hide the scale, like I said, and it was so hard. Like, I will tell you, like, I really wanted to, like, break it out and weigh myself. That was the hardest thing I ever did. So what I started doing is, to break this vicious cycle, is I started doing pictures. Good morning in Wyoming. I did pictures every Monday. I started this, was it in January last year, I think? So every Monday I did a picture and I posted it on my page. Because so often we get discouraged by that number on the scale. We want to give up. But let me tell you, pictures don't lie. I did pictures every Monday. Once a month I did measurements. And I did not weigh myself. Okay? And I did this because I needed to see that change was happening, even if that number on the scale was only, fluctuating 1 or 2 pounds here and there. I had to see that, I was making progress. And I was shocked. I posted a picture once of January 1st of the first year I started, it was like a year apart, and I was blown away. The number on the scale hadn't changed a lot, but the way I looked was completely different. Like, my face was way less puffy, my belly wasn't sticking out as much, but more importantly, I had a smile on my face, and I was, more excited about what I was doing. So that is my tip, ladies, is do not depend on that scale. And if you are struggling, like I said, that's what I do, is I'm here to help you to get started. Maybe you're struggling with your confidence. Maybe you're struggling with, how in the heck do you even start with your crazy, chaotic schedule of trying to work 40 hours a week, trying to, make everything work and pretend that you have the perfect family? Let me tell you, no one has the perfect family, okay? Everyone behind closed doors, we have stuff going on. And when we come together as a community, that is where we get to improve that stuff behind our closed doors, right? It's how we get to learn how to love ourselves so that we can, love our husband more, so that we can, give our kids the confidence that they want, so that we can be excited about life again. I don't know about you, but, sometimes people say 40 is like what, I'm on the going down the hill or whatever after my birthday, the blackbird, isn't it something like that? But anyways, I want this to be the best years of my life now that as I hit 40, right? I want this to be the years where I have the confidence to do what I want, where I'm not worried about so-and-so from high school saw a picture of me, because let me tell you, 2 years ago, I was still that scared girl from high school who was afraid to talk to the popular kids that were in my high school. I was that way, and I thought, this is ridiculous. I've been out of high school for 20 years. Like, why am I letting that still control me? But those emotions that we have inside are so huge. So this journey to, losing weight, maybe you're ready to join my boot camp and we're just getting started. But I want to remind you that this is way more than just losing weight. I'm not in the business of just helping you lose 10 pounds or 15 pounds, in the next 30 days. What I want to do is to help you transform your life. We work together in a 12-month period. And why I do that is because, there are so many different changes. As the seasons changes, people are going to come and go in that year, and your emotions are going to change. And so you're going to have times where you're going to hit rock bottom and you're not going to want to work out. You're going to have times that you are just going to be like, give me that gallon of ice cream, right? You just want to binge watch Netflix. But as our community, that's what I love about our community of our boot camps, is that we help people to, when they're struggling, maybe let's get on the phone and the chat. What is going on? Maybe let's meet together and let's go on a walk. Because there are people from all around the world and country that are in these boot camps with me. So there's someone that you can connect with. Maybe you have kids that are in their 20s, someone that you can relate to there. Maybe you want to get together and do, different activities with each other. And I love that about what we do. We're bringing people together that otherwise would not be connected. So like I said, we are starting this week as our prep, and there's still time to get in. But I want you to know that this isn't just about weight loss. This is about a total life transformation. Okay. So, like I said, I was hiding the scale. Okay. Now I know you guys are all waiting for this, and I want to share with you, what did I weigh yesterday? Okay. A lot of you said, like 150, 160. That's what I heard a lot of. And I was like, that would be awesome. I will tell you, when I started this journey, I started at 225 pounds. Yeah. 225 pounds is what I started at. And that first day that I started, I was ashamed of myself, of how, I never thought I'd be over 200 pounds. I hit 200 pounds when I was pregnant with the twins, and I thought that was like, whoa, 200 pounds. But now when you're not pregnant, you're like, what the heck? 200 pounds, right? So, like I said, I started at 225 pounds. And I see all these people losing like 50 pounds in a year, all these numbers, and I'm like, well, why can't I do that? So I will tell you, like I said, I started doing the pictures. I started doing measurements. So I've lost a little over 40 inches, I think, since I've started. A huge portion of that is around my belly. I've lost almost a foot, 12 inches off my belly. Like, I don't know about you, but that is like crazy to even think about, right? 12 inches off my waist, 10 inches like off my chest and back area because I had all these rolls of fat on my back. Yeah, it's so gross, right? So yesterday I was super excited. I mean, I've been struggling with the scale, and I still do, but that's why I take the pictures. Everyone's like, oh, I love your legs, I love this, and that is reassuring to take the pictures so you can see those things that you love about yourself. And I will be honest, I do love my legs. Like, that is just a part of me that seems to transform well, okay? My belly, on the other hand, not so much. It's had 5 kids in there, including a set of twins, so it may never look like washboard abs, but I'm not going to give up on working towards it, okay? So yesterday, I got on the scale, and I was really excited. I haven't been able to work out. I have been with my back issue and things like that, so I was like, kind of like, oh, what's it going to say? So I got on the scale, and it said, drum roll, it said 190.1. 190 pounds, 190.7 pounds. That's what I weighed yesterday. I know a lot of people think when they see 190 pounds, they are like, I do not want to weigh that. They're ashamed of themselves, right? We have given to these things that we need to weigh like 140 or 130 or 120. But I want to encourage you that that number on the scale is just a number. Another way to track progress. Is it the best way? I don't believe so. Because it only shows that I've lost 35 pounds, but I've lost over 40 inches. I've gained so much confidence. I've gained so much more in my life. So for those of you who have participated and, tried to guess my weight, I just want to say hats off to you because great job on trying to guess. But here's the other thing. When people look and they're like, you don't look like you weigh 190 pounds, here's the deal, ladies. Stop doing cardio and start weight training. Okay, when you look at my legs, that is not from doing cardio, that's not from running, that is from lifting weights. Okay, so if you want to transform your body, if you want to resculpt your body and worry more about what it looks like and the size versus that number on the scale, okay? So, like I said, if you need help on getting started, I'm here. But I just really wanted to hop on here before I take my son to the dentist, but let you know that that number on the scale is a big fat liar, okay? It is not going to dictate your worth. It does not dictate, your hard work that you've been putting in, 190 pounds. Like, how many of you would have ever thought I weighed 190 pounds? Be honest, let me know. Like, I wanted to come and show you guys that don't always trust the scale. You can really give up, or you can throw in the towel because you think, well, I weigh this amount and I want to lose 50 pounds. That's great to have those ambitions and those goals, but I also want you to have, what are some other goals that you have? Like, how do you want to feel? How do you want to look? How do you want to treat your family? How do you want to talk to yourself? So this is getting longer than I expected, so I need to get back inside the house here, but feel free to message me if you are struggling where you're at. I am an open door to share with you my journey. I'm an open book to share with you how I've done everything. So have a fabulous day, ladies. Thank you for joining me this morning, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.